first of all, I have to say, I am certainly not accusing Badou Jack of anything. I'm not suggesting that he was on performance-enhancing drugs for the James Degale fight. All I'm doing in this video is addressing what some people have been saying online following his majority draw with James Degale. And I do think that some of the points which have been made at least warrant investigation, at least warrant some analysis. Now, why are people saying that Badou Jack was maybe on something? They're saying this because his energy levels were incredible and his strength. Now, there's nothing unusual about a fighter having incredible strength or energy levels. Maybe he just trained really hard. Here's the thing though. Badou Jack and his promoter Floyd Mayweather have been saying that Jack is absolutely killing himself to make 168 pounds super middleweight. So much so that Floyd Mayweather said this is Badou Jack's last fight at the weight class because he just simply can't do the weight anymore. So people are finding it hard to reconcile how a fighter could be drained and killing himself at the weight and still have that type of strength, that type of work rate, and those type of energy levels for 12 rounds. That is a bit of a head scratcher and a chin scratcher, you have to say. In my mind, either Jack is really not struggling as badly as Mayweather, etc. claim, or he's some type of genetic freak who even when he's drained, he's able to produce that type of work rate and energy levels. And if that's the case, then wow, he might be an absolute beast at light heavyweight. The third option is that Badou Jack was maybe on performance-enhancing drugs. Again, I'm not saying that he is. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just putting it out there and telling you what the chatter is on the internet, at least in some corners of the internet, what people are saying. I'm not taking nothing away from Badou Jack. For all I know, he was perfectly legit, and he's just an extremely blessed individual when it comes to stamina and strength and what have you. And even being drained, he was able to replenish himself in 24 hours and still have plenty of strength and energy left. Maybe that is the case, but I do feel as though, you know, if a fighter is supposedly killing himself to make the weight, if he produces a performance like that when he's killing himself, it's fair enough to ask questions. That's all I'm saying. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Will Badou Jack be an absolute beast at light heavyweight when he's less depleted? Or is this all smoke and mirrors from the Mayweathers? Maybe he's not that depleted and he can make 168 fairly comfortably. Even when I saw him at the weigh-in, he didn't look particularly gaunt, to be honest with you. So maybe he's really not that drained. He looks big, but when I saw him at the weigh-in, he didn't look like Canelo when Canelo fought Mayweather, or many of Canelo fights at the weigh-in. Canelo looks terribly drained. But with Badou Jack, I didn't see that kind of dehydration in him. Maybe some of you guys did, but me personally, I didn't see it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below about all this speculation. Is it unfair? Should we not even be trying to drag Badou Jack's name through the mud like this? It kind of reminds me of when Chris Eubanks Sr. fought his rematch with Michael Watson. Immediately after the fight, Eubanks Sr. wasn't aware of the fact that Watson was in a very, very bad way and actually had a brain injury. But when he was interviewed in the ring after the fight, Eubanks Sr. said, "I want Michael Watson tested. I want his urine tested because there's no way that a guy can be that strong." Michael Watson was very strong in the Eubank rematch, And he pushed and pushed and pushed relentlessly for the whole fight up until Eubank got off the floor because Michael Watson dropped him and landed the uppercut to drop Watson. And that was Eubank's immediate reaction. He was like, there's no way a guy can be that strong. That's ridiculous. But in that instance, Watson was a guy moving up. Actually, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure their first fight was their first fight at middleweight. I forget now. This is back in the 90s, early 90s. But I'm pretty sure Watson moved up from middleweight just like Eubank did. Maybe their first fight was super middle as well. I can't remember now. But I don't think Watson was claiming he was absolutely dead at super middleweight. But Badou Jack is. So make of it what you will. Drop it all in the comment section below. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.